What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Guns Locked. It's your boy Gun to the Great, and today we're doing another video on someone else's dreadlocks. Today we're going to be doing Smokepurpp Dreadlocks. This has been highly requested, and I'm sure you guys are going to love this video. So go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and we're going to get it rocking like usual. Okay, so in this first picture of Smokepurpp, it is a more recent picture after he had dreadlocks. I know when a lot of people did request me to do a review on his hair, I didn't see any pictures with him with dreadlocks, but I do notice now that he does have dreadlocks, and it does seem like his hair grew really quick. But rumors are out. I seen that Knotlocks did a video on it, and that he does have lock extensions or fake dreadlocks. I don't know if it's true or not, but we're not even gonna go into that. We're just gonna look at his dreads. They look really cool. He has them hanging down in the front, almost pretty close to how XXX Tentacion has his dreadlocks. Pretty cool style, very in fashion. A lot of people do have their dreadlocks like this. I know a lot of people do want their dreadlocks like this, and it seems very easy to emulate since a lot of people do it. But yeah, he gets his hair in the front. It looks like his hair is a different color on the top, but I can't really tell too much. It almost looks like his hair is blue in this picture, but then that could also just be the filter that is thrown on this picture or just the edit. But we're gonna go ahead and move on to this next photo of him, and you can just see that his dreadlocks are very frizzy. They look maintained, but at the same time they look unmaintained. Like he maintained them at one point, and then he was just like, you know what, I'm tired of maintaining them, and he just let them go at the top, and they're very frizzy. You can see at the roots, but that's just very natural for anybody who has dreadlocks in general. Me personally, my hair is not really locked up at the roots as well, but his hair texture is very loose curls. His hair texture is actually kind of as if you were half black, half white, kind of like mine. Kind of loose curls, kind of tight curls at the same time, so kind of in between. Not super tight like African hair, but not super loose like straight or wavy hair. So he's right in the between, and his locks are very maintained at the tips. You can see that they are blunted off in this picture. He does have some dreadlock jewelry, which is really nice. Looks really cool. I think dreadlock jewelry is always nice in people's dreadlocks. But yeah, I can see why the rumors are out that his dreads are fake, so you can kind of see that by the tips. So here's a picture before he actually got his dreadlocks, and you can see that his hair has some length to it, probably 4 to 6 inches. And this is a perfect length to start dreadlocks, especially with this hair texture. You can tell in this picture what kind of hair texture he does have. Kind of looser curls than the average African, and not as loose as like the average half black, half white or anything like that. It's kind of just in between, like I said. And you could see just based on his hair texture, the route he may have went with getting dreadlocks, he did them probably with the crochet hook method, because his hair looks like the perfect texture to actually do the crochet method on. So we'll just go with that he did crochet his hair, which you can tell for sure that his tips are blunted off, and the only way to blunt off your tips at an early stage is to crochet your hair. So we're gonna go with that. But moving on to the next picture, pretty cool picture. I really like the edit of this picture, but that's besides the point. All of his hair is thrown to the front. Got kind of like a box look to it, like his hair is almost squared off right here. That just goes to show that his hair is pushed out of the front, and it does show you that he does have high top dreadlocks, which high top dreadlocks are kind of in style, and a lot of people do like them, or they even like them with just having a fade with their dreads. And I think that style just looks really cool. I do have high top dreadlocks as well. Had them for 2 years, and it's just cool. The experience is nice, having the best of both worlds of the fade and the dreaded hairstyle. But moving on from that photo onto a more recent photo of his hair, and you can see that his hair is super long in the front. You can see that some of his tips are not maintained as well as some of the others, and I think that's just the way that hair is. It just has its hit and miss moments of some dreadlocks are maintained how you want them and some aren't. And that's just kind of the thing when you're getting dreadlocks, and one thing to consider while you're going into dreadlocks is some of them are going to look the way you want, some of them aren't. It's just a whole process of patience and waiting. But this is a pretty cool picture of how his hair looks. He does wear his hair to the front most of the time. That's just kind of what you got to expect with all these new artists out. That's how they wear their hair, is just to the front, and it's a very, very, very popular style. And here we go to him performing on stage. His hair has some length to it. It's down to his nose. He still has the dreadlock jewelry in it in this picture, and they are laying down. And there's not really any pictures of his hair when he has dreadlocks of him standing up, so they kind of were quick to lay down, and that just comes with a soft hair texture, which he does have a softer hair texture for being black. A softer hair texture does make it to where your hair will lay down quicker than the average person, and that also goes along hand with if you maintained your hair all the way to the root, because if you maintain it all the way down to the root, then that doesn't give it any give for it to fall down and lay flat with your head. Overall, really cool picture, cool style. You can see that his hair is long in the back as well. It's not just long in the front, which in the other pictures it kind of does show like, well, his hair is long only in the front, which that's kind of how my hair was as well when I was going through the process, that my hair was longer in the front than it was in the back, and then the back just kind of caught up with it and made it look even. But moving on to another picture of him with an interview with Hot New Hip Hop, you can see that he does actually have hair dye or bleached in the back, just a few dreadlocks, and he does have more dreadlock jewelry in this picture, and some of them are standing off to the side. You can see on the left side of his head that there is one sticking out, and those blonde ones are kind of sticking out as well. Then he just got all the ones hanging down in the front. So his hair isn't super maintained. He wants it to be a little messy along with the maintained look. Is kind of how Young Thug has his hair, Lil Uzi Vert has his hair. It's like maintained but not maintained at the same time. A lot of new rappers do have dreadlocks, which is pretty crazy how it just became such a fashion. It isn't just become a fashion. It's been going on for a really long time, but it does seem like majority of the new rappers these days do have dreadlocks or a new like kind of hairstyle, which does help them bring out a fashion statement kind of thing. Here is one of the most recent photos that I found, and you can just tell by the length of his hair that it goes all the way down to almost his lips in this picture, passing his nose on the left side of his head. And you can see in this picture that the tips of his dreadlocks are straight, which I think that could lead people to thinking that his hair is fake or have extensions, which I believe he does have extensions. There's nothing really wrong with extensions. It's just some people don't like it. I'm not against it or for it. It's just one of those things. It's like, if you want extensions, go ahead and get it. That's his dreadlocks pretty much. You guys did request this video. He does have a pretty cool set of dreadlocks. How did he get his dreadlocks? You guys are probably asking. I'm saying with crochet method. He may have started out with twist and did the instant dreadlock method. If you type in instant dreadlocks, there's many videos with instant dreadlocks, how to get them, and you guys will definitely see how he got his dreadlocks. Just type in instant dreadlocks on YouTube and you'll find out how he pretty much did it. And that looks like the method that he did choose to go with. He didn't really go through a whole process of the twisting. That's not what I've seen, but maybe you guys know that he did go with the twisting route. If anything else, he did do twisting rather than crochet hook. I don't think it would be necessary for twist and rip, which is more for straight hair. It wasn't a necessity for him to do palm rolling, which that's more for straight hair as well. He's kind of in between. He could have did sponge rub, but I don't see that in any way. So my biggest guess is that he sectioned it out, did crochet needling, and then came out with this hair like this, and it is the quickest way to get dreadlocks. It does take a lot of work, but it is the quickest way. And how does he maintain his hair? He probably just keeps crocheting it, which that's how it just stays maintained. I'm super glad that you requested this video. Thank you for showing all the love. We just hit 31K, and that is insane, but thank you for all the growth. I couldn't do it without you guys. Shout out to the Ammunition. You guys are awesome. If you guys made it this far in the video, comment down Ammunition. Thank you for all the love. If this is the first video you're watching with me, please subscribe. I'm definitely dropping more content in the future. And if you're not already, go subscribe to my main channel. It is going to be great. Links always in the description. But other than that, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.